ignore it all, the more that we will find. Please don't fall apart. I can't face your breaking heart. I'm trying to be brave. Stop asking me to stay. I can't love you in the dark. It feels like we're oceans apart. There is so
While I was trying to make some room for a bed in my mum's basement, I found some drone footage from a siege in the 11th century, colorized and AI upscaled to 1080p. Great jokes aside, I actually quit my job and moved from Australia to Spain so I could record some gameplay for you guys on populated servers. I might be throwing away 15 years of tertiary education and work experience, but I know it will all be worth it if I can just get one more subscriber on YouTube. For this video, I've got some gameplay from a siege match with 90 plus players on a random Tuesday. With mixed feelings, I decided to join Vlandia, the team that would no doubt be 69% crossbowmen and 26% peasants who would be running around with sickles because they couldn't afford a crossbow. My first objective was to sally forth and take control of a ballista so I could penetrate my enemy from behind. Despite being in my stealthiest high-vis armor, I was somehow still spotted as I ran through the open field. Using a strategy that has never failed me in the streets, I baited the enemy with my sculpted glutes, but was unsurprisingly scammed by an unfinished game. Fortunately, I managed to out-armor my first opponent. Maybe he should rename himself M&BII because he only caused super fish oil injuries. I'm going to take a quick moment to explain my tag because for some reason I get bad reactions to it. It all started around the 12th century, when the speakers of Middle English, in their infinite wisdom, decided to take three words with completely different meanings and give them all the same pronunciation. Fast forward to recent years, and the alpha males, sigmas, giga chads and aesthetic jawlines of the world made a resurgence for reasons. As a pun enjoyer of some culture, I thought that a wolf in male, that's M-A-I-L, would be pretty cute. I'm not a furry. With this pun in mind, I tried my hand at some AI image generation, found a few options I was happy with, and proposed the idea to my Discord. The idea was already an instant hit, but then it became something I never could have imagined. A friend in the Discord started working his magic. He combined the head of the alpha wolf. From our Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer session, he nabbed the skin color from my nude golden dragonborn barbarian named Goldmember. I'm not a furry. The thumb up from my logo, a functional dash of chainmail, and alpha energy, and created this absolute masterpiece. So if you don't like the tag, you're really saying that you don't like puns, creativity, fine art, nor keeping man's best friend protected while they provide a postal service. Checkmate. Back to the content. After taking out M&BII, I then observed Pablo's artfully panicky side blocking and reminded him that he'd already died of heart failure in 1973. I know we're both thinking the same thing. It's kind of weird that Picasso outlived Jimi Hendrix and was also alive at the same time as Eminem and Snoop Dogg. We're so in sync, and I love that about us. By this point, my chances of covertly commandeering a ballista were about as likely as a mutually satisfactory outcome in the Middle East. So I decided to make a last stand where my block was crushed through, just like my dreams of reaching 2,000 likes on one of my YouTube videos. Respawning as a peasant, my fate was as bleak as a well-educated Cham Muslim in the Khmer Rouge regime. One like is one prayer, rest in peace. It's sadly ironic that the peasants have sickles because they're usually the ones that get reaped. For the Kiwis that aren't tuning in, that was reaped, not reaped. Fortunately, I found a two-handed sword, which increased my chances of survival by a factor of 10. Unfortunately, 10 times 0 is still 0. At least I wasn't as unlucky as this guy. I thought maybe I could slow the enemy's advance by taking out the men on the siege ram, but I was immediately distracted by the exposed backsides of two archers further up the hill. Perhaps that's all part of being a Homo sapien with AD developmental disorder. Things were already going poorly when an ally's boulder came from left field to crush my skull, just like my dream of reaching 500 subscribers. After taking a boulder to the head like Piggy from Lord of the Flies, I was tempted to put myself out of the firing line of allied projectiles, but I decided there was still a chance of victory if I could just provide an express delivery of an alpha and male directly to the A flag. I admit, running past the crossbowman Sunmac as he trapped himself in the walls to our own castle was somewhat demoralizing. Then turning around and seeing that there was only one of 40 plus teammates anywhere near the first capture point reminded me that the best thing about teamwork is that there is always someone else to blame. Looking at over 7 opponents at once may have been terrifying in the Middle Ages, but as a keyboard warrior, I have the power of Gabe and anonymity and RGB lights on my side. With a newfound respect for workers in adult entertainment, I put my shield on my back, which is the mountain blade equivalent of sucking it up and putting your game face on. After thrusting straight through this guy's heart for 4 damage, Tail Worlds please, Omega came back to pay his respects with an unforced error matched only by the scale of the Williams sisters boasting that they could beat any male player outside of the top 200. I helped Omega commit Huddy Kitty on the spot, and then helped myself to his bonk stick. Adderal Admiral obviously has pretty strong survival instincts, because he turned tail and ran, presumably preferring to get gangbanged by 10 peasants rather than burst the possibility of facing crush through, i.e. one of the top 10 most frustrating fighting mechanics of all time. I saw this guy making a sneaky play earlier, and decided to check up on him. He came flying around the corner with complete disregard. I could have been holding a hot drink. And so in accordance with Texan views on proportional retribution, I decided to take his life. I tried to debate him with spacing, like the advertising borders on dodgy websites, and he fell for it hook, line and sinker. I hope his mum regularly scans for malware. Despite falling for it, he was still able to get his block up before my swing hit, but the developers told him, "Fuck you anyway, your reward for a successful block is almost half of your health." Before I could take Connor off life support, Adderall came back, having finished his tour of the castle, but the smell of my foot was enough to finish him off. You can read into that. Looking around the corner, Connor had completely disappeared. Maybe he's Batman, maybe he's gone to get milk, but after taking 40 cross-through damage in one hit, I wouldn't be surprised if he ult forward. I sided with Vlandia because the battalion team would no doubt be full of mid-level players who would kite with pikes until they can larp around with two-handed clubs while wearing kilts. Honestly, I would have loved to have joined them. Cultural appropriation be damned, all men secretly want to be able to pull off a kilt. But the joy of bonking sergeants with a heavy stick is always soured for me by an unbalanced match. And unfortunately for the defenders, mid-level battalion players in melee are still a hard counter for a team of cockbow cocks. No offense intended to cuckolds, of course. I just assume that most range players in Siege derive pleasure from watching their castle get plundered while they stand around with their shafts in their hands. Finally, having some teammates around me might have given me a false sense of security, because I made a spacing error of my own. I fucked up. If you made it this far without fear of wetting or contaminating your phone because you're washing the dishes or on the toilet, please know that I sincerely appreciate you. I hope that this video made you forcibly exhale through your nose at least once. I'm going to stop the voiceover here and hand you over to my in-game commentary. Just a warning, if you keep watching, you may witness a man let the intrusive thoughts in as I embrace cuckoldom and join the crossbowmen. If you're watching this in November, I hope that you're better able to defend against your own intrusive thoughts. Adderal found a horse. Yep. Yep. I just realized I'm not recording my inputs. There you go. I don't know how that missed. Putting my arm out with the right swing was a mistake. Oh, Adderal back. If I don't have the tools to stop him, it might be a bit frustrating. I should have switched to spear. Whoops. Ooh, sorry. This is bad. The backup has arrived. Nah, shit. That felt a bit weird. I'm probably gonna get packet lost in a sec. Yep, there it is. We got 5 guys here and no one's capped the flag. Did you see the man in the treehouse? Saco papas. That's sack of potatoes. Oh, you got saved by that arrow. Did that hit? Another 40 damage. That is brutal. He just gave up. Yep. Well played, sir. Can't blame him for that. He didn't know I was there. Look at that timing sync. Oh, how did that miss? Can I get to B in time? 6 seconds. Definitely not. So there might be 4 flags left, but I'm pretty sure we're losing this one. We only ever have our peasant troops in the melee fight, which indicates that as soon as people are getting money, they're going crossbows. So we don't really have anyone fighting on the point, which is not great. I might go crossbow myself after this, just to have a little bit of fun. How did that guy die? It was definitely a TK, but who killed him? Lose E, their spawn is going to move up, so things are about to get much harder. Projectile assist. Alright, let's see if we can pop some heads as they come through from B. Who's this cheeky fella? Clean. That fall was pretty cinematic. I've reduced the transparency of the icons above the heads like 20 times. I feel like every time the game updates, the transparency turns back to full. Pack it up for me. There it is. I thought he was going to duck back in. We'll get him this time. We did not get him. Where did that come from? Oh, the cheeky man is back. Leg shot. How long was he there for? The editor will know. I'm the editor. That guy has got to be getting frustrated at this point. Yeah, I'd rather miss than hit an ally. I need me some more bolts. Here we go. Thank you for your service. Guy's a legend. Single-handedly pushing the beachfront. That's all. Oh, that's D7 again. You poor man. Oh, that's my bad. I should let it focus. Oh, I want to see a slow-mo on that. Luck is not on my side. Nor his. Bad shot. This is what I was talking about before. We don't have enough sergeants in melee, so we're just getting overwhelmed. And I'm contributing to that. What the fuck? Yeah, that was a bad shot. He's just gonna outrun me. He's gonna distract like 10 people in there. Oh, he's back. Oh, there you go. 4 people. Ooh, did that really miss? I suck. I suck again. But I also feel like that second swing should have hit. Hey, this guy again. Ah, old man Vic knows the spots. That's what I was trying to do before. Can I get Vic back from here? Yes? Oh, that's not him. Oh, I suck at this game. Confirmed. He's not a threat. Oh, that made me panic, not gonna lie. It's like a jump scare. Yeah, I deserve that. Ooh, another jump scare. He's in our tower. Good angle, well played. Righto, I should help more with the flag. I can't imagine this ending well though. Yeah, things are not looking good here. Oh, that was optimal spacing from him. Oh, will that hit? Might get one more respawn, but I think that's GG. I feel like this guy knows what he's doing. In the tush. In the neck. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. GG to the battalions. I think there was definitely a skill issue with the Vlandians. Love yourself, even if you didn't love the video. And try to love your neighbor, even if they're a crossbowman.
Away with you, vile beggar!